Hey there, guys. Penelope here, bringing you my first Yu-Gi-Oh! Narrated online battle. Yeah, I guess I should say online duel, not battle. This isn't Pokemon. But regardless, it's not through Wi-Fi, it's through a website, and you guys can see the website in the description. I will leave a link. It's free to sign up. You don't have to download anything or anything like that. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Should be pretty fun, and let's go ahead and get into it. You do rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first. I'm going to, of course, opt to go first. I lead with a pretty broken hand, to be honest. I can just go ahead and summon my Laquari, set my Trap Stun, and set my Double Chariot. I would have summoned Thunder King, but I really have no support for Thunder King. So he's going to True Nade, which is fine. I don't really mind. And he actually passed his turn, so I guess he was trying to bait a Solemn or bait something of mine, but it really failed. So I set my stuff in ended turn because I'm thinking that he's Froggy Monarch. Since he didn't set anything, and I definitely don't want to not have a Chariot when he goes to Gores me. So that's the reason I waited a turn, and now I drew Bestiari so I can set in contact to Gazaris, blow up his Treeborn Frog. So now that I see he has a Treeborn Frog, yeah, I know what I have to do. I'm going to attack him with Spirit Reaper just to knock 300 off his life points, and more importantly, to get some card advantage. Also, a link to a video I just uploaded today with this deck profile can be found on my channel. I'll leave a link on the screen or in the description or whatever. It's slightly different since I don't have warnings and stuff in the build on my channel, since I don't own warnings, but regardless. He tries to drop Gores and he tries to chop Battle Fader, both of which I am going to Chariot. And I tell him I got a broken hand because Froggy Monarchs are really weak to War Chariot, and I drew 2 in the opening hand, so that's the reason I said that. Now I'm tagging out, which this is where it lets me look through my deck to decide which GBs I want to go into, and I choose Laquari and Equest. Now I should have gone into double Equest just to get back both my Chariots, but I thought I'd be okay with one, and I really wanted a 21 beater, just in case I needed it. Maybe he ran Cyber Dragon or something, plus if I drew into a GB I could go Herc, and that'd be a pretty broken setup. But he has Dark Hole, which is going to clear the field, so that's really going to suck for me, and it's going to be a huge plus for him. So I draw into Warning, just going to set it, and he summons a monster, and I say hold on just so I can Warning it. It was a Caius. He brought back Treeborn during the standby phase, but as I said, I'm going to Warning that. My screen recorder is really weird. It keeps like zooming in, but regardless, I'm just going to attack with a Quest. He's going to try to drop a Fader. I'm going to let that go just because I want to save my Chariot for if he offers for a Monarch. So that was my reasoning. But he's actually going to just play Soul Exchange and offer both for a Light and Darkness Dragon. So that really sucks. So I'm just going to set my D-Prison, and I know that Light and Darkness Dragon cannot negate 2 things in the same chain. So when he attacks, my game plan is going to be to activate a Trap Stun, which will force him to negate it, and then I can activate my Dimensional Prison, and since Chains resolve backwards, and he's already negated the Trap Stun, and since Light and Darkness Dragon can't negate 2 things in the same chain, it's going to remove him from play, give me a chance to summon the GB I top deck into, which is nice for me, and it is going to let me tag out on his Battle Fader, which has 0 attack, 0 defense, and yeah, all that kind of stuff. So you can see me typing to him. That's how this system works. You know, you can type to your opponent to let them know what's going on. It's pretty easy. It's better than YVD if you've ever played Yu-Gi-Oh! Virtual Duelist, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Virtual Duelist has a lot more manual stuff, and this is a little bit more automated, such as shuffling the deck after searches, and all that kind of stuff. So it's really zoomed in here, but regardless, you can tell that all I did was draw into a D-Prison and set it, and run over a Treeborn. So the fact that I just killed a Treeborn is kind of unfortunate, since I attacked with Retiari. Normally I would go into Retiari to remove the Treeborn, but obviously you cannot tag into the Gladiator beast that you attacked with, so that's not going to be a viable option, and I'm just going to have to go with Darius. Yeah, Darius is going to allow me to get back into Quest, because I want an Quest to get back into my deck, so that way I can tag into a Quest later, because I do believe both my Quests were in the graveyard. So I draw into a Chariot. That's nice. Just going to go ahead and set it. And the fact of the matter is that since he isn't drawing into a Monarch, I pretty much have free tags. Although I'm pretty sure with my back row I could sustain any sort of Monarch summon that he wanted to go for, especially now that I drew a Chariot. So I'm going to tag into Retiari just to remove that last Treeborn because I really don't want to have to deal with it. And since the quest had its effect negated by Darius by bringing it back from the graveyard, I don't get to tag with that. So always remember that. So he's going to set one. I'm just going to go ahead and summon a Laquari, going to attack. I attack with Laquari first just because a lot of things are going to be bigger than 12. And it's actually a Snowman Eater. So I'm going to go ahead and Chariot that, knowing that I can easily tag into a quest to bring back those Chariots so that I won't have to deal with pesky monster effects. And I accidentally clicked the end turn button. I meant to click the button to minus my life points or something. This is actually one of the very first duels I think I ever had. This might even have been my first duel. So I'm not very used to this system yet. I'm also not used to making these videos yet. So hopefully you guys can leave me some positive feedback, some comments, and ways to improve. Let me know what you think of this whole Yu-Gi-Oh! Narrated online battle thing. I've never done it before. I know that a lot of people have been asking to see narrated duels on my channel for some time. So regardless, I'm going to draw into a deep prison and set it. As I said in my deck list video, really, there's no shortage of deep prisons, really. But, yeah, I'm going to attack into, I guess, another Snowman Eater and let his effect go off, I guess, to save my Chariot. Or, actually, all 3 Chariots were already graved, so I didn't have the opportunity to negate that. But now that I get back a Chariot, I can set it, and I have a pretty free setup because I have a deep prison to stop his attacks, and whatever. So, end phase, he's going to end his turn, and end phase I should have MST'd, but I wasn't paying attention. But it didn't end up mattering in this scenario. So, I top deck into Warning. Well, not really top deck, since I kind of have a field set up, but regardless. I attack into a Snowman Eater that's already face up just so I can get a free tag, and I minus 400 off my life points because I forgot the 100 from when Laquari tagged. So that's what you see going on there. Now that I tag into Laquari, I can just set a Warning, and I'm pretty much set up. But now he's going to play another Soul Exchange, which I really don't have a big out for, which kind of sucks. So I'm going to have to just let this Laquari go. Not much I can really do about that. So, yeah, I don't know what we're taking so long for here. I guess for me to put my damn Laquari in the graveyard. So he's going to tribute it for a Light and Darkness Dragon, and I'm just going to warning that because Light and Darkness Dragon is a pretty good card against GBs since most of their effects are destruction. Luckily I had a Trap Stun Deep Prison combo for earlier, which is nice. And yeah, I'm going to draw into Dark Hole, which doesn't really matter because he has no monsters on the field. He has pretty much no board presence. But here we go. Here comes the GB Proving Ground. And that's going to allow me to just go into Darius because it's the highest attack GB left in my deck. Unless I have a Laquari in deck, I don't know. And he's going to say GG, and he's just going to show me his stuff. So I ask if he has a YouTube just so that I can, give him proper credit. But he says no, so it's whatever. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I tell him my channel, so he can check it out if he ever wants to. And I made some sort of misclick, I guess, but I'm just showing him what I had face down. I had Deep Prisons, a Chariot, a Dark Hole, and, yeah, Darius. So that was the end of our game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. That's the end of my screen recording, as you can see. And, yeah, catch you guys later. Please let me know what you think. I'd appreciate some feedback and a like if you enjoyed. And, yeah, deuces.